right. Go ahead, brother Poochie. Go ahead and hit it.
All right, all right, all right. Welcome in,
Faces.
welcome, welcome.
100. It's an honor and a pleasure to have my brother Poochie. Lemuel Fair, our CFO for me onto Unity. Uh, Poochie, how long when we first came up? How long it's been since we first came up with From Me onto Unity? When it like 2004 or something like that?
That sounds about right.
It was a while. It was a
Yeah, it's
while.
been a while.
Yeah, it was a while. And that's when came up with the name. We came up with the name back then.
Hmm.
And it was what 2021 for we finally
Put
had
everything into
it
motion.
had it incorporated with the state of Georgia.
Hmm.
Yeah, but been working ever since. We're still doing our
Working
activism.
ever since,
So
trying to get it done.
there you go. Everything happened in the right time.
Mhm.
There's no rush on it.
No,
Yeah,
you
that's
can't
the
rush it.
point.
It's a
Yeah, that's
process.
there you go. There you go. What's meant to be is what's meant to be. It's not about the image.
No, absolutely not.
There you go. There you go. So it's
Absolutely
an
not.
honor and a pleasure. And I was telling the newer members that, like, they said, well, we've been incorporated for 4 years, and we've been pushing so hard in the community, in the streets, and we don't see the progress yet, like the larger nonprofits.
I
And
mean, it took them a while to get there too. So what you expect?
and there you go. And the conversation that we have, and even with themselves, the conversation we have in private is how the larger nonprofit corporations who have all this funding are not so effective to the needs of the people and to the community. And that's when the reality of living in a capitalist society and economics and corruption come in.
Hmm.
So having that conversation, I felt that was a good point to start out because a lot of people have this unrealistic expectation
Hmm.
of community service, of activism. Dating back to what Dr. King and Mega Evers, and
Uh-huh.
they put so much on their shoulders. And to be
Not
honest,
realizing.
yeah, that Mega Evers don't put a lot on their shoulders that it's really not a one man job, it's a community job.
Hmm.
It's a people job. You know, you have people that are chosen to do activism, to be advocates, but that's a representation of we the people, of us.
Hmm.
So I just wanted to crank it up like that to let the people know that it's not a one man show. It's not a one man job. Yeah, this is a vessel call. You know what I'm saying? We answering to the calling of humanity, to the calling of public service outreach. But it's about all of us, we the people. All right. So, brother Poocha, go ahead, introduce yourself, and if you have any kind of comments or anything that you want to say that's on your mind or your heart, go ahead.
Um, Everybody doing them. Lemuel Fair, Brother Poocher. Yeah, CFO of for me and the Unity. Been doing this for a while. We've been trying to get this off the ground. And now that we have it off the ground, we're trying to make a difference and impacting different these people's lives, especially these people that are homeless and even the residents of Atlanta. Um, Help is always needed. That's definitely the case. Help is always needed. Um, no one's rich, but it's not always about money. It's all about the effort that what you put into, you know what I'm saying? So absolutely. I would love for anybody who to reach out if they wanna, you know what I'm saying, make a difference in anybody's life. It could be your cousin, your uncle, it could be your family members down the line, anything, you know. We all need the help.
Well,
Um, I wanna focus on this year, really actually doing a little bit more this year. We're trying to get everything like off the ground. I mean everything off the ground. Um I need our members to come together, you know what I'm saying, and support what we got going on. Because it's not just for us, it's for everyone, you know what I mean? So,
Uh,
yeah, that's pretty much what I got on my head right now. I mean, you guys, unless you guys have other questions you want to ask me, I can go with it.
we're gonna get into it. And what you said, what was great. That's great, and that's what my focus is. We don't want to call with that.
Hmm.
Even talking about us, getting things off the ground. So, everything is trial and error.
Yeah.
And it's an understanding of the ground that you walk on and being realistic. So, like we doing with the emergency blankets, we
Hmm.
started off, and the whole reason for incorporating from Meon to Unity with the state of Georgia was to get the homeless igloos because we were
Hmm.
trying without having a nonprofit organization. And
Hmm.
every time we hit a brick wall,
Hmm.
what they said, the reason the elected officials said because we needed a nonprofit uh, to comply with the legal status to
Right. Of the
get
state.
those igloos. Yeah, to help. So that's the biggest issue in our society when you really want to do the work
Good.
of humanity. It's so many legal requirements. It's so many brick walls that you hit because in your mind you thinking, you know what I'm saying, I'm just gonna do the right thing. I'm
Hmm.
gonna take time out, volunteer, and I'm gonna help my fellow human, my neighbor.
Hmm.
But once you get involved, you understand that it's a system and it's not that simple. You see what I'm saying? You can come and volunteer with different organizations.
First, yeah, right with other organizations, but to do it
Yeah,
under a
pass out
lonesome,
food. Yeah, do
yeah,
little, you know,
yeah, they make it difficult.
to actually, make a significant impact and a difference. Because we've been on it. That was our thing since we were youth, since we was in the teenage years
Right.
on the west side. That our whole little crew was about what activism and community building.
Hmm.
That was our kick. Everybody got their kick. You know what I'm saying? The hood every crew, some break dance, some, fixed cars, some we were what? We was on community building.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just a blessing though, how I see
Be able to.
it, to be in this position. And
Hmm.
even with the critics, I don't pay no attention. I ain't never, cared about no hating at no critics,
Nah,
because the motto always been, if you can do better, show me by example.
do it.
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
Otherwise, stay on the sideline, eat your popcorn, and enjoy
Leave
the
what it
show.
is, what it is. Right.
Yeah, yeah. If you can do it, do it. And I'm gonna support you.
Hmm. Absolutely.
But other than that, if you can't do it, like
Leave
I
me
said,
be.
be on the sideline. Stay on the sideline.
Or support.
Yeah, or support, but I'm saying when you don't get support, that's my point. That's my point.
Absolutely. But I mean, like you said, so if you can do it better, show me and I support.
Show me.
But in the
Show me.
meantime, support. Man, come on.
Support. But if you don't support,
If you don't.
if you don't
Right.
support, just sit back, eat your popcorn,
Enjoy
and
the
enjoy
show.
the show.
All right.
Yeah, leave it to the professional.
All right.
That's my kick. That's my kick. So, are there any issues that you want to address? Because we could address different issues because we're dealing with a lot. We're dealing with the mold issue. We're dealing with the slumlords. We're dealing with the neglect of the homeless.
Mm-hmm.
We're working on the faith-based organization so we can get into the prison system to help our brothers and sisters.
Um, I don't know how you want to say it first, last, third, whatever case may be. But my issues are first with these rental companies and these highest rents that They forcing people to goddamn trying to make 3, 4 times the rent when your average person that works in America is below poverty level and they barely making rent and money to put food on their table.
There you go.
Um, let alone have transportation for the children, shit like that. Um, that's my first issue. Uh,
Now, not to cut you off, but you know they passed a law that now says you don't have to have 3 times the rent.
right now, I've been recently applying for places. They ask for 2.5 times the rent. In my mind, that's still 3 times the rent.
It's still too much.
It's still three
It's
times the
still
rent.
there you go. It's still not reality for the survivor of moderate income and low income
Nope,
people, citizens.
absolutely not.
Yeah, it's still a big issue.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I mean, let alone trying to save money in general. They be trying to save money to goddamn get a place. This it's really hard. It's strenuous.
And to live a quality of life, because if you're working 6 days a week, 5 days a week just to pay bills,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have no quality of life. You don't have no time to enjoy with your family. Even if you're a single person, you don't have no time to enjoy it to yourself.
Nope.
That's not realistic. And the sad part about that is that it's so many elected officials that is a part of this housing crisis that the problem has become bigger than America. It's really a humanity issue that needs to
Mm-hmm.
be taken up with the world courts, with the United Nations.
Mm.
That's how serious it is.
It is.
Yeah,
It really is. It's really out of control now. Like I
it's a
said,
RICO Act.
right.
It's a United States RICO Act that involves our elected officials.
I doubt
Yeah,
that even happened. It sounds nice, but I doubt it even happened.
you
Just
know.
for the simple fact that how they have everything structured is they don't be responsible for anything.
That's the point of us as we the people, American citizens, understanding our constitutional rights. In the Constitution, we have the right to take any case that involves our humanity, our human rights, and civil rights. Civil rights are nothing but human rights that are put into legislation. If
Mm-hmm.
those rights are being violated, then the next step, because we feel in America that the highest court is Supreme Court. No, that's the highest court in America, but the highest court for us as humans is the courts of the United Nations. That's how you get reparations. And that's what I was telling our brothers and sisters who were trying to fight for reparations. I
Mm-hmm.
was letting them know you're going about it the wrong way according to the law.
It's a show, and they want to join the show. That's
Yeah,
all it is.
without understanding the education of it, the political education of what does it mean to get reparations.
Mm-hmm.
For example, when we talk about the Japanese getting reparations from Pearl Harbor, they didn't come to America to the Supreme Courts and beg for reparations. They went to the UN. They pled their case with the UN. They won, and that's how they got reparation. The same when you had the Holocaust.
Okay.
That was a case that was presented before the United Nations Court. That was a crime against humanity. So you cannot ask the country that has committed the crime against humanity towards your racial group to be the deciding factor of if you should be compensated through reparations for that inhumane act. You have to go to the United Nations. Now, bigger than that, before you can go to the United Nations, us as a people, you have to be a legal nationality.
Okay.
So yeah, it goes deep. And I think that because of the fact that a lot of our people feel that politics are not important, they choose emotion over education.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we all know we was done wrong, but they don't want to do the homework to say, how do we correct this? And that's the problem. That's the problem that we have on. And I'm not gonna go too deep into that because you know what that takes. We have to do a whole podcast, like a political education class on that. But just just speaking on that, yeah, we'll leave that right there. You wanna talk more on, or you wanna move on to another subject?
Move on to another one. Let's go.
Okay.
Are we riding? Let's ride.
Let's do it. Let 100.
Mhm.
Let's do it. Picture me rolling. Let's
Picture
do
me rolling.
Yeah, let's do it. Now dealing with our let's go in depth with that. Dealing with our low income and our moderate income residents that are dealing with slumlords.
Okay.
Now we already understand the fact that this is a crisis that's bigger than America.
Mhm.
But we've been working on things to make the quality of life better outside of the legal issues,
Mhm.
just the actual physical health issues, like with the mold issue. Those are things that we can handle with something as simple as the snake plants.
The snake plant. Yep.
These are things that filter out mold in a household. That's what they say, 9 to 10 times stronger than a air filter.
Mm-hmm.
These are things that we can do. These are things that we're working on.
Clear your house out real quick.
And it depending on the size of your housing unit, whether you're in a house or apartment or whatever, you need so many snake plants. But this will enhance the quality of life. And me and because we went to Darren Village, we dealt with the sisters and brothers who were getting terminally ill from the mold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And so if they would have had those snake plants, it would have helped their quality of life. We by the time we got there, they was in, a bad stage of whatever they was dealing with from, years of being in that horrible living condition. But
Absolutely.
that's where the push came from. So these are things that we're working on. These are things that are realistic. But again, what else is realistic?
Right.
Us having the funding, having the backing. It takes time.
It takes a lot of time, a lot of footwork.
It takes time.
Energy.
And when you come with these kind of proposals to the government entities that are over the finances, they don't want to fund it. They already have a set agenda for the funding. And let's be honest, we already know what time it is. It's because of what? Corruption.
Mm-hmm.
They want to, they have this government funding that come from our sales tax dollars, but they don't want to fund nonprofits like our organization.
Right.
Because we don't fit into that money-making system or scheme.
Or scheme, right.
We're talking about solutions. So it take a little longer when you trying to do like what Spike Lee said, do the right thing. It take a little longer. Now we were just coming out with doing some marches and passing out some T-shirts. We get all the funding.
I need it.
Yeah, we'll get all the funding. But when you actually talk about solutions, that's just like when we went to what the name, Kathy Valsel over the Warming Center, Partners for Home. And we were talking about the igloos, and she said she don't want to do that.
Right.
It's not. Yeah, said that the Warming Center, C.T. Martin Warming Center, and M.L. King say it holds over 1,000 homeless.
That's not right.
Yeah, it don't hold no more than 50 on a good night.
Right. That's arm to arm.
On a good night. No more
Mm,
than 50 with that location and the old Adamville Recreation Center. But they have the funding. So what
yeah.
we had to do, we had to what, fall back. And then at the blessing, we came with what we could afford, what we could handle, the emergency blankets. Yeah, that was
Excuse me.
yeah.
Excuse me.
Now, how you feel about that though? How you feel about
I feel that
everything?
we. I mean, again, it's just gonna take a little work, but yeah, I would love to get to them igloos off the ground. I was thinking the other day when we was talking about the igloos, if we could just do it ourselves, find a spot, you know what I'm saying, a parking lot, a empty space that we can acquire, and we just get those igloos and just have the city load that we have encampments, you know what I'm saying, placed up for these people. You know what I'm saying? If that was possible, that would be great.
But there you go. That's back to where the problem lies. In order to make that happen, the city of Atlanta has to agree to it.
Hmm.
That's why we couldn't get
Hmm.
it done at first. If we could just personally acquire, if we could just personally go and reach out to a church or whatever, and they agree to it,
Right.
great. And that was one of the things that was on the table. But we understood that legally
Oh,
we
we
could not
can't.
do.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, brother, and take over. Take over for a minute.
Yeah, man. Like right now, the current situation is so fucking cold outside, and I guarantee those warming centers are not filled, and I guarantee there's a lot of homeless people sitting outside. Which I am thankful that we were able to get those blankets out to some. I'm not gonna say majority, some, because there's more out there. Um, if we could just get, I mean, even if we partnership with somebody with the state to do so, that would be wonderful too as well. You know, we have
Yeah.
plenty of ideas and things to make sure we can help our people out, but we need assistance definitely from the state. We
Well,
definitely gonna need this state.
yeah, and the city, because the city has
Hmm.
an emergency budget that would help us because the emergency blankets were cost effective. They
Right,
were cheap.
right.
We could reach out to each district council member, and they could take a small amount of their budget, and we would have enough to have those emergency blankets for all the unsheltered homeless brothers and sisters.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's that's why I say it was a blessing with those emergency blankets because it's doable
Right. And like you
and
said,
it
it's
costs.
cost effective, so you won't have to worry about it. Spending a lot of money on them things.
Yeah, we ain't coming in asking for
Mhm.
no thousands, no millions. We talk about hundreds.
Phew.
That's it.
Mhm.
That's it. Hundreds of dollars, and we can, what I'm saying, complete that task.
Right.
But you got other nonprofits getting millions.
And they doing that.
I'm the type of person like this. You know me. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna, beat around the bush. I'm gonna call the people out. And the reason why I call the people out because I have been reaching out to these people,
Hmm.
giving them the same ideas, the same approach that's effective, and getting turned down, saying, no, we already have a plan in place. So that's why I call them out. That's why I have to call it out.
Hmm.
Because we the people need to know. And that's why we have these meetings. Because I'm a private person, brother, how long I've been working behind the scenes
Forever.
and not even talking about it, even on my social media. You look at my social media, you'll see all kind of crazy junk, funny crap.
Same here. Same here.
Yeah, don't even talk about the outreach work, but it's a time for everything. This is what need to be presented to the people. The people need to know about this because it's all of our responsibility.
All right.
It's more than just going to vote. It's more than just going to get a voter sticker. It's more than just a political party, Republican, Democrat. This is our duty under the Constitution as we the people. It's
As
our
we,
responsibility. There you go, to take care of our neighborhoods.
mm-hmm.
And that's what I get a lot of flack about that, man. You know, because you know I came up and how we came up in the era of our parents and grandparents who believed in the community, who fought for.
Right.
Now here we come surviving off of the hard work and sacrifice of our elders and ancestors, and we ungrateful. You see what I'm saying? Feeling like we had a right to say, "Oh, I don't fool that politics, man. They ain't got nothing to do with me."
We got everything.
After our ancestors and elders done sacrificed blood, sweat, and tears and years of their life, putting their life on the line for us to have these opportunities to have these jobs, for us to have the opportunity to live in these neighborhoods, to acquire these houses. Well, once, not too long ago, we couldn't even go in these neighborhoods.
Couldn't even go in the neighborhoods.
We would be what? It was against the law. We would be murdered, incarcerated, just to go in these neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
Restaurants, the bus, and even though we had our own bus system, that's a whole different situation. But still, them buses couldn't even go on certain streets.
Yep.
Even when we owned the bus company, you still couldn't go on certain streets. And our ancestors fought for that, and we owe that. That's what I take with me every day. Activism is not for me a career; it's a calling.
Absolutely.
It's a debt. You know what I'm saying? That's what we owe. Yeah, so that's why I take it so serious.
I understand it. I
Yeah,
understand
I
it totally.
don't get carried away. You know, we coming off a King Day. Don't let me get carried away because I
It's
get
okay.
speaking like baby Malcolm X on here. Don't let me get carried away.
How's everybody doing? Jonathan Jackson.
All right. We got our big brother here, Big Brother John. Always a blessing and an honor to cross paths with my great brother.
Always the same.
There you go. Big Brother John, go ahead, crank up. Talk about anything that you're feeling before we get started, and we'll go from there.
All right. Quarter inch snowstorm. A lot of kids are losing instructional time and education due to the snowstorm. Everything kind of, sucks with that. We will be back at work tomorrow. School will be open at, I believe, 10:30 for the high schoolers. So we back in action. We'll be working as far as the community. Definitely would love for more people to sign up for swim lessons, registrations.
Hold on. Let me stop you. I think a introduction to let the people know your role as a teacher, as an educator in the APS system would help. So educate them on your role in the Atlanta public school system.
Okay. Formerly was a part of the safety and security team. Now, actually a high school educator at North Atlanta High School, pretty much in the Buckhead area, close to Cumberland Mall. Special education teacher, emotional behavior disorder unit. So a mixture of all subjects. I do adaptive studies, study skills, and social skills mainly.
Blessings.
It's where we are.
You spoke in the beginning of your introduction about the our youth missing
Instructional
important
time,
educational time. There you go. Due to this
the
so-called
snowstorms,
a quarter-inch snowstorm.
quarter-inch snowstorm.
Yeah. The face ass snowstorm. So to my understanding, the students will have to make that up, right? It'll take some time off
Well,
their summer holiday. Is that how they're gonna do it?
well, it's pending. To my knowledge, I don't know as of yet how they actually want to run everything. We will find out tomorrow when I report back to duty at 10:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as
Like
of now, I'm not certain.
okay. Thank you so much for that. And you know, on social media, we'll update the parents and the people on that. Yeah,
Of course, Atlanta
100,
Public Schools will give everybody an update. Definitely,
100, 100. You know what's crazy? You know, we had the virtual learning during the COVID.
we
It
did.
yeah, why are we not implementing that now during the weather restrictions and stuff on the kids attending school? Why we're not doing the virtual learning
Well,
so
I
they won't have
can
to reach
say
out?
okay. Well, I can say that during the last, not this past one, not yesterday, but the last one that happened on that Friday, when it was actually a real snowstorm, we did do the asynchronous day for that. So
Okay.
that day, I know for sure won't have to be made up. However, we need to see how this one will be implemented and represented. Like I say,
Oh,
once I get into work tomorrow, I should be able to have more information for you.
okay. Okay. And saying that, not to hold you, but to hold on this topic, but saying
Okay.
that if you did it last time, why is that not the policy for every time? But you will find out tomorrow the details. But I think that's something that every parent and even myself as a community activist should be at the meetings um asking about.
That's a fact. I can tell you about myself. I did have my students to take their laptops on so they can catch up on everything that they need to be doing instead of using idle time and missing out on their work. That's what I personally decided to do. I'm sure that a lot of students have done that as well, uh, but that's just what I decided to have my students do. I gave them
That's
that
great.
option.
That's great teaching. That's great teaching. Yeah, that's great.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, 100, 100. Um, man, you know, I appreciate you came out yesterday. Even during the snowstorm, you came, you reached out to me and checked on me or whatever. How did you
Yes,
feel
sir.
about the roads? We had a conversation about the roads when Mayor Dickens said that all of the roads were treated. From your experience on,
Um,
how did you feel about that?
my experience on the road, I don't feel like the roads have been treated, honestly. I mean,
On our
treated
side,
as far as where in what area. But if it's all roads, that mean that's all. That's the
there you
context clue. So I don't really feel like all the roads have been treated, especially on our side of town where we're at. I didn't see any kind of treatment. I didn't see anything at all.
there you go. I feel like we should have something, a list of something that's posted on social media that talks about when the Atlanta Department of Transportation hits roads. It should be something posted on social media to say what time did they hit this location.
That should be.
Just to have transparency between the city and us as the Atlanta residents. I think that'll be more effective than just saying that we have done all the roads and we seeing the results in having that problem, because a lot of people said they seen his social media post and he seemed to be agitated and upset. But I feel like if he was to do something like what I just, proposed, that would, end all that and satisfy both parties. How you feel about that?
I feel like that'd be excellent because it will provide communication to the people and the public to let them know what's really happening. It'll give it's almost like a news update. It provides, mental security at one point. You can say that. It can provide comfort and
There you
letting
go.
people
'Cause
know that
you got
everything is happening.
you got extra proof. If they
Exactly.
say that they hit a certain street and you live on that street, you have extra proof. Extra proof, especially if you're a dad, you can say, "Yeah, I seen the Atlanta Department of Transportation come down my
I
street.
saw the trucks. I saw this. I
There you
saw.
go.
That's what we can say, but that I did not see.
Yeah, a lot
Um,
of people said that. A
there
lot
is
of people.
still. I apologize to cut you. There is still a lot of black ice out there. I did decide to go out earlier. Cars are still sliding. Cars are still slipping.
Yeah, yeah,
Tomorrow's probably going to be worse, and I believe that's the reason why Atlanta Public Schools decided to open a little bit later to give time for, I guess, some of that to melt and for
yeah.
safety
Even,
precautions.
yeah, even MARTA shut down their services.
Correct.
But you know, my thing is this also. Why do they not get the equipment for the tires that would help everyone commute safely through this so-called what quarter-inch snowstorm? You know, you got for real, bro. You got uh for less than $100, you can get these chains put on your car, this kit,
That's a fact.
and you can be safe, no slipping, no slide. I mean,
That's a fact.
yeah, yeah,
I
that's something
don't
that
I
we
don't
got.
disagree with I don't disagree with that at all.
The same way we did with the blankets, the same way we did with the emergency blankets,
Right.
because the warming centers, you know, wasn't so much as effective for the homeless brothers and sisters,
Hmm.
would be equally with the snow tires. And they got upgraded models with the snow tire where you can put it on yourself, you can jack your car up, and within minutes you can connect these little snow tire sleeves
Right.
to your car, and it'll, you know, help you navigate safely through the snow, especially when it's nothing but a quarter inch of snow and a little ice.
That's a fact.
Yeah, no slip.
Um,
So that's something that I would like for us as a nonprofit organization to promote to the city and ask them to fund that, to have those giveaways like they have other giveaways to the Atlanta residents.
that's a fact. I can
Yeah,
agree
I
with
think
that. I would like that,
yeah, yeah, appreciate it.
especially giving it away to people. But then again, is I'm gonna speak on the people as well. We cannot panic when things like that happen. We cannot drive incorrectly. We have to get to our destinations, especially if we know that something's coming. Preparation is going to be key too, also.
True,
So it's
true.
not necessarily always. I mean, the city needs to have their own plan together. Yes, definitely. However, some people don't know, but when you don't know, that doesn't mean drive reckless. That doesn't mean speed up. You know the road slippery.
That's the sad part about our drivers. Even in Georgia, you know, we drive wild. Majority drive wild
That's a
and
fact.
be shocked. Be shocked. You driving on ice doing 80 miles and be shocked that your car don't stop when you smash on the brakes.
That's a fact.
Yeah, so that's a reality point, you know, because you can talk to you blue in the face and tell, you know, drive slow, even in the thunderstorms, and you know, people drive like it's a sunny day.
Okay, so I can pose a better idea or another point, if I may. Maybe we need to, or the city needs to provide, I guess, extra driving classes as far as how, or programs to how to deal with these inclement weather situations.
You know what? That I'll be honest with you. Even if you offer those classes free, most people wouldn't take it.
That's a fact.
They wouldn't take it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
But that's
and
just an
another,
idea.
yes, it would be great if we dealing with people who work with common sense. You know, and that's the biggest part about our thing doing community activism. We have to realize that we're dealing with a lot of, and you know, I don't hate to say it, I'm gonna say it, a lot of mentally challenged residents. And most of them don't even have a license.
Yeah.
Being honest. Being
That's
honest.
factual.
They don't, yeah, they drive. I'm talking about crazy in the snow, in the rain. So we have to take that extra approach to understand the reality of the residents and taking the factor that they drive reckless and
That's a
find
fact.
the solution. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we were dealing with, you know, common sense people. We wouldn't have had a problem yesterday with so many accidents on the road. They would
Mhm.
have accidents when the snow had just fell. It wouldn't no
It
ice
didn't
on the
even start yet. It didn't
yeah.
start yet.
Just them seeing snow, they start panicking.
That's a fact.
So they
I
mind
witnessed it.
this yeah, they mind didn't say slow down, let me take precaution because this snow is falling and the visual is getting bad. They mind said, well, oh, let me hurry up, let me speed up so I can get to the house.
Exactly. And that's a part of the problem.
Yeah,
That's a part of the point.
yeah.
I mean, if people, yeah, I mean, that's an idea. I'm just throwing that out there as far as
I agree. That would be great for people who are willing to,
right.
no matter how many. If it's less than 20%, that's still something to be offered and it'll help.
Any is better than none.
Never than there you go. So if we had that, you get the training. We'll put it on social media too to push it out there. This is the way that you drive during the quarter-inch snowstorm, and
Not jamming on your brakes, knowing that there's ice out there.
trying to rush because you panicking because we're not used to having snow, and you want to hurry up and get to the house to get out the situation. Take your
Right.
time and drive responsibly. Yeah,
Because I'm not gonna hold you right after I seen you yesterday, because it was coming down.
yeah.
Right
The
after I
visual was
seen
bad.
you, yeah. I took straight home. And automatically I seen people sliding and doing this and all this reckless speed. And I'm like, do you know where you live at? You live in Southwest Atlanta. If
Yeah,
you go up one hill, you going down three of them.
yeah.
So yeah.
With low visual.
But exactly.
Yeah. So
That I can
with low
agree.
vision, that tells you to slow down and take precaution. Slow all the way down, depending on your visual. You can't hardly see anything.
And you can't control your vehicle at the same
Yeah,
time
you can't even
if
hardly
something
see
happens.
the person in front of you.
Exactly.
So I say that, yeah, that included with giving out those snow tire
The,
sleep.
mhm.
I believe that would be more effective as the years go on. You know, it might help a little bit next year, but a couple of years down the line, it'll be more effective.
It'll definitely be effective with
Yeah,
most people.
yeah, pushing that out there. All right,
But
brother.
just
Before we
because
wrap it up, is there
what's up?
anything else you want to push out? Anything that's on your mind or your heart?
Um, I'm pretty smooth at the moment, man.
100.
Let's see, yeah, I'm pretty smooth at the moment, man. I'm thinking. Give me a couple of seconds.
Take your time.
At
Take your
least a
time.
good, at least a good 10 to 20. I'm
Uh,
thinking. No, I think that honestly pretty much covers it. Like I said, we're going back to school tomorrow. If anybody community wise, swim coach, lifeguard also. We need to learn how to swim. We need to learn how to do survival stuff, learn how to think, learn
there
how
you
to
go. And
protect your
that's good for the
families
kids too. The
and
kids
yourself.
need that. Yeah, the kids
Right.
need. We need to push that more programs like the Boys and Girl Clubs back in the day. Something for our youth to engage in to keep them busy, keep their mind occupied. Yeah, something
That's a fact.
positive. So yeah, that's great.
So yeah,
Do
different programs. Like I
Is
say,
there any way
currently
to
I'm
get in
at
contact? Give them the contact. Give them a contact number, what it YMCA or anything.
YMCA 2220 Campbellton Road, Southwest Atlanta, Georgia 30331.
There you go.
Contact 404 at the YMCA 963-5222 or 963 YMCA.
There you go. There you go. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you
I
so much.
believe that's the number. Quote me if I'm wrong, but you can Google the
They can
address
Google it.
definitely.
They can Google it. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much where we at now.
100. Thank you so
Making
much.
it happen.
Thank you for
I
what you do.
thank you, man. I appreciate you putting me on tonight. I
100.
appreciate being able to be up here
All right, then, my
on this
brother.
platform. Anything on your brain? Anything else
Oh
before we
no,
go?
hey, I'm good. I'm good. We covered so much, and I really appreciate. Like I said, the only thing that's on my brain right now is giving you a props. I thank you for what you've been doing for so many years with the youth, and what you continue to do. So I really appreciate it, and let's move forward. From
Yes,
me up
sir.
to you.
All
All
the
right,
way.
bro.
Peace.